They can't cancel him or Cities 92.9. It's Cancel This with Ty Smith.
Good afternoon, Bloomington Normal. How are you guys all doing? I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and you're listening to my show here at Cities 92.9. Cancel This. The phone number here, area code 309-451-9299. Again, you can text the show at that number as well, 309-451-9299. And if you would like to see me live in the studio, make sure you go over to YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man in the search, and you will see a thumbnail that says Breaking News Across the Country. And you will be able to click on the thumbnail where you will be able to interact with me. I can interact with you. I can see you guys looking at me. Well, not really, but you guys can see me looking at you. I did not mean for that to be a rhyme, but it came out. Bars. Anyway, Blue No. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. It is slightly chilly here in the Midwest. We kind of getting out of that summer phase and going into the fall phase. Already leaves are falling, the color is changing, and quite frankly, I'm loving it. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you guys' favorite months, some of y'all holidays may be, the biggest one is Christmas, but actually, a little bit of fact about your guy, which I'm talking about me, my favorite is actually Halloween. Yes, I know y'all, Ty, the good. No. It's kind of nostalgia for me. Like, I am a horror movie fanatic. I love horror movies. I love scary movies. I know y'all wouldn't think of it. I know y'all wouldn't. The gore, all that. I love all of it. Fall is my favorite season. Although I am I love the summer and everything too, because all the outdoor events you get to do. But when it comes to overall weather, I love the fall. I love when the weather is averaging in the 70s, then at night it'll drop down to like the 50s. I absolutely love it. So yes, my favorite season is going into the fall. My favorite holiday is Halloween. I just love it. I love the coldness of it. Not really cold. Let's not say that. I love the chill of it, the dampness. I call it sweater weather. You can wear a sweater, or maybe sometimes you don't have to wear a sweater. It just feels like sometimes if you get into doing some type of activity outside, you'll find yourself getting sweaty, right? But then as soon as you take the jacket or the sweater or the hoodie off, you find yourself actually cooling off pretty good. So I kind of like that balance right there. That's just me. Just want to throw that out there for you guys. Didn't call shit. And then again, Halloween, favorite. I love all the horror movies, but something else that I'm talking about when it comes to horror real life wise? One of the stories I want to be talking about today. Oh my God, y'all. Family, I appreciate you guys up there in Chicago who send me the information, who gives me the articles and everything of what's going up there in Chi-Town. If you guys don't know this, I've gotten several videos, and it's trending across YouTube right now. There are several videos that show different things going up in Chicago. I'm not talking about the crime. That's one thing that we're going to hit on, and maybe I'll get on that as well. What I'm talking about is this football team. I don't know if you guys heard about this. This little junior league football team is now being kicked out of their practice area because guess what they got to do? Why do you guys think they're being kicked out? Why do y'all think they're being kicked out? You guys might say, oh, because of the crime that's going on there. Oh, because of the how bad it is. Maybe the facilities are bad. No. Actually, they're being booted out because of migrants. Yeah, air quotes, migrants, illegal aliens. They're being booted out because of that. And it's actually really, really sad when you go in there and look. But what's been happening is that there's a little bit of a shift, I feel, that may be kind of changing the outlook on what we might see futuristically speaking when it comes to how people are going to vote. Chicagoans, a lot of them, and we're going to keep it real, being black, a lot of them are completely outraged. Ladies and gentlemen, they are completely outraged. And I know, folks, some of you guys have heard me speak earlier this week on some things at different places. If you are in this, if you're here right now and you're listening to me through YouTube, and you heard me say this before, you might have to hear it again. But for those who are in the Blow No area, This may be your first time hearing it unless you showed up to one of those events that I was at. Anyway, so I'm the type of person to where if I tell you guys and I warn you of something and people don't take heed and listen to what you're saying and they do what they do anyway, when it comes back to bite them in the butt, I am the type of person a lot of times to where I want to rub it in. You know, in other words, you have an open wound right now going on. I want to rub it in. I'm going to pour salt in your open wound and I'm going to rub the salt in your open wound. I hope you feel all the little granules from the salt crystals before it dissolves into your blood and burn. I hope you feel it scraping your blood vessels and the muscle tissues underneath it even more. I want it to hurt. I want it to burn. I want you to be screaming and yelling out. I'm talking about in frustration, metaphorically speaking, folks. What am I talking about? We constantly warn others like myself who have a certain mindset and we don't take no nonsense. Our number one thing is to just give you guys the truth, push the truth out there, tell you guys and warn you guys of things that are coming. We warn you guys of how you're being played. We warn you guys of how the party that you voted for, they still are playing the same exact mental tactics that they played on black people when they were slaves. They're doing the same exact thing. I warned of that. So what are you saying, Ty? Chicagoans, particularly a lot of black Chicagoans, they are outraged. They are pissed off. They are super mad. They are angry. They're having all kind of town hall meetings that, guess what, y'all? Mainstream media is not going to show you this. And it's a reason why mainstream media is not going to show you this. They don't want you to see that a lot of blacks are starting to turn over a new leaf. A lot of blacks are waking up. What am I talking about? Again, the migrant crisis, the illegal aliens that are coming in, crossing over that border, going into Sanctuary City, Chicago. And they are coming in and they are taking over. But, you know, just like every coin, there's a flip side to that. But I'm going to stay on this side for right now. I understand why they are upset. You know what I mean? I understand why they are outraged, why they are crying out, why they're yelling out. Chicagoans are now saying, we can't believe that they're doing this to us. We barely got anything as it is. This is what a lot of blacks are saying. This is what I got emails on. Ty, we barely have anything already going for ourselves. We have to fight for every last scrap of anything that they give us. We have to stand on the corner sometimes on the highways and the freeways to ask people if they want to donate so we can get these kids uniforms, to get these kids shoes for the team, to get these kids to be able to go to a championship game. We have to stand on the freeways and the highways and try to sell Laffy Taffies and candy sugar and roses just to get these young black kids who are on these sports teams to go to these certain events and get them uniforms. We have to beg for everything. And now they're being kicked out of facilities. After school programs that were up there that housed a lot of young black kids who come from single parent homes. These single mothers were happy, they were doing well because these after school programs provided a place for the kids to go directly from school to go to the after school program while the single mother holds a job and tries to bring in income to try to actually make a way to where she can get on her feet pretty good, to where she can move her son out of the so-called disadvantaged bad neighborhoods. And now guess what they have done? They have allowed these illegal immigrants, migrants, asylum seekers to come into the sanctuary city where all are welcome with open arms. They have allowed them to come in there and completely take over. And that's exactly what they've done. They've come in and they've completely taken over. And now guess what? The words that I was being darn near persecuted for from a lot of people of the so-called, I hate to say it this way, but that's what they say because they tell me I'm not a part of it, being persecuted from the black community, calling me all these different names and everything, right? I'm getting called all these names for warning you of what's about to come. And now it has come. It's right there in the face. I told you guys, I warned y'all 2 years ago. I warned y'all a year ago that I see that you guys were upset with Mayor Lightfoot and how she's handling things. And you guys are going to vote her out, but y'all going to vote in somebody that's going to be just as equal or they're going to be worse than what she is. because they expect y'all to. I told you that they look at you guys and they think that you guys are ignorant. Cook County, they think that you guys are ignorant. They feel that you're ignorant. They feel that you don't know anything. They feel that they just keep on giving y'all concerts. If they feel like they keep on pandering to y'all, if they feel like, oh, we won with y'all, if they keep on pulling off the Hillary Clinton type stuff, I got a bottle of hot sauce in my purse. If they do things like that, if they get you with Kamala Harris, who guarantee you she don't listen to rap music, but if she can sit there and I like to listen here, I like to dibble dabble and hip hop. I like it. Try to be down with the black people. They pander to y'all, and then they get y'all to vote for them because they make all these promises. They tell y'all to your face what's wrong with the community. But it's a two-edged sword. They tell you this to get y'all to agree with it. The black community is down, disadvantaged, poor programs, poor schooling, and that's why you guys need to vote for me. You vote for me, and I will address these issues. Yeah, how's that working out? More of the show when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. You listen to Cities 92.9. All right, y'all. Appreciate you guys all being in here. Don't forget to hit that like button right now if you're in here listening. Got Kev in here in the studio with me, ladies and gentlemen, holding it down, producing for me. Make sure you guys go over to his channel while we were on this break. If you're not subscribed to him right now, go over to Kev's channel right now. Speechless with Kev. Subscribe to his channel. He's going to be on tomorrow from 3 to 5. Go check him out while he's coming on live, right? Do that right now, folks. He's going to put the link here in the description so you guys can go over there and check him out. So, what is Cat's show called, Kev?
Well, it depends on which one, because she hosts a morning show every morning, and that's called The Morning Buzz with Kat Peterson. And she also hosts Conservative Cat on the weekends. I can send her a link there too.
Cool. We're gonna be putting Cats in here too. Shout out to Kat, who's doing a whole lot of work up here. She's here every morning. You just heard Kev tell what the name of her shows was right there. I can't remember all. I didn't even know she does so much. Y'all. I don't know what. Kat has 13 different shows. I'm joking. She doesn't, y'all. But yeah, Conservative Cat. She's on every single morning. Appreciate you guys all being here again. Hit that like button if you like what we're doing here. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to my channel. And also, make sure, and some of you guys might say you are subscribed to Kev, double check there too, because we are sensing that Kev is having the same type of stuff going on with me as well, being shadow banned.
I think so.
Roni said sub. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. He got about 100 some more subs to go before he hit that 1,000 to where he can actually start to become a YouTube partner.
Yep.
It's a great deal, y'all. It's a great deal. They shut you up. They don't let you say certain things. They won't let you talk about the ABC alphabet community. They don't want you to talk about the snow cone color hair social justice warrior crew. You know, great partnership.
Thank you, guys. You're coming back here.
What is going on, Bloomington Normal? We are back here, Cities 92.9. I'm Ty Smith, aka Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. Phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. You can text the show at that same number and come and check me out here at YouTube by going over there to YouTube, typing in Modern Renaissance Man. When you do that, you will see me here live in the studio looking at you, and you looking at me. We're going to have a good looking time. Also, everybody, Cities 92.9 does have a YouTube and a Facebook. Make sure you, the listening audience that are out there, make sure you go over there and subscribe to Cities 92.9 on YouTube. Make sure you go over and subscribe to Speechless with Kev Ferris on YouTube. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to Kat as well, who has her own YouTube as well, ladies and gentlemen. You guys will be the reason why this message will get out. You guys will be the reason why this movement will get out there, because you have to do your part by going over to those channels and subscribing. You also should check your cell phones and look at all the contacts in your phone. I'm almost positive all the contacts in your phone are people who will line up with the way that you think and your values and your morals, right? Let them know about all those channels that I just got done saying to you guys, including the guy that got me started in radio himself, Bloomshine. Check the man out. The man is solely responsible for the reason why I'm standing here at Cities 92.9 in his radio station right now. David Bloomshine, shout out to him. David Paul Bloomshine, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so before we took the break, you guys heard me going in on what is currently in Chicago, right? You guys heard me talking about this. And here's the thing. I got a text on my phone and a few emails already where people are saying, man, don't beat a dead horse. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something here. The horse is not dead, so I'm gonna continue to beat it. Now, metaphorically speaking, folks, I know that in your minds that drew up, that's a terrible image, Todd. But the reason why they told me that is this: because of what is going on in Chicago right now. A lot of the blacks up there are completely outraged because of how they are being treated. And I told you exactly what they were going to do. I told you guys not to rely on what Ty Smith is saying. I want you to rely on their actions. I even say this about your own government right now. I said, I don't care what they tell you guys, because they definitely know. I'm telling you, look, listen to me real close. I want y'all to pay attention to me real closely here. Black people, there is a certain way that they get to you guys. If you don't believe me, all you have to do is pay attention to this. Pay attention to how the black church is regarding preaching, and pay attention to where when the preacher is preaching in most black churches, how the black people are responding to that preacher preaching. Now, when you do that, pay attention that when it comes to election time, pay attention to how the politicians are trying to push their message across to black people, and tell me if the two things don't line up. They say all the good things they need to say. They'll say it in a certain tone. They'll get to talking like this. They'll get to going, and this is what we need to do. We need to make sure that this is going on because the black people are tired. The black people are, oh my God, y'all should see when she tried to do it. It was cringe. It was complete cringe. But guess what? Why are they doing that? Because they know that this is the type of stuff that they see goes on in the black church, because they know that black churches do the same thing to black people. They say it in a certain way. They say it in a certain fashion. They say it with a certain type of energy. They get to, and God, and the Lord said, and I'm telling you right now, the Lord said, I want you to just struggle a little more because I got the blessing on the other side, and he got something waiting for you. I'm telling you right now, there's somebody in here, you saying, I'm at my last dollar, but the God told me to tell you all that you're gonna, and black people just get to cheering, whoa, yeah. And I'm the type of person, I'm sitting there like, let's check back on that in about a good 3 months. Let's see if you're still struggling with the same thing you're struggling with. Let's see if you're still complaining about the same thing you were complaining about. Let's see that although that preacher or although that politician said all those great things and all those good things that get y'all head filled y'all with hope, filled y'all with happiness, got the moving, y'all got the clapping, y'all got the crying, y'all got the, oh, Obama's the president, so now I'm gonna get ready to I'll be able to get me a house because we got a black president. What happened years down the road? What changed? And that's why y'all get ticked off at me, because I'm the type of person where, yes, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of any politician, be it blue or red. I don't give a good goddamn don't care. What I'm going to pay attention to is the things that you say to me. I'm going to write them down, and I'm going to do nothing more than wait and see if it come to pass. If it don't come to pass, I'm going to confront you. But right now, even with what y'all see going on up here in Chicago, my family up there, family, friends, other Chicagoans up there in the Cook County region, in the south side of Chicago, you see what's going on right now. And still at the same time, some of y'all got so much pride, y'all don't even want to look at me or even say to me, Ty, you were right. It's not about me feeling good, getting a one-up on any of y'all, because I'm here simply trying to warn you of what was supposed to come and what is going to come and what's going to happen once it does come. And tell me right now, Chicagoans, if y'all listening, y'all are, because y'all blowing up my phone, how are y'all feeling about that right now? How are y'all feeling about that right now? How are y'all feeling about that y'all got a black man who look just like y'all up there being your mayor, and he is sitting there selling y'all? That, ladies and gentlemen, that is your real sellout right there. Somebody coming and warning you. It's not just me. It's all kind of people across this movement that looks just like me who are warning black folks. It's time to wake up. It's time to get away from how they've always played us. It's time to quit letting them play us and pimp us and use us to push on their own political careers without giving a good goddamn don't care about how you are. If my mother and my father struggled with the same exact type of things during their time, and then they tell me that their mother and their father struggle with the same exact thing during their time, and then they tell me that politicians them are still saying the same thing they said back then, what has changed? Nothing. So why would politicians change up the way that they pimp black people if black people are going to continue to let them pimp them? Why would they? Huh? Why would they? Why wouldn't they sing black people and get black people all roused up during election time? Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to come up on an election, and let me tell y'all something. Look, I'm just going to be real with y'all. Republicans, maybe y'all need to get a hold of some rappers. Maybe y'all need to get a hold of some NBA players or something. Is there get a hold of some rappers that may have a conservative view or something like that. Have them come to the cities and get the black people to get out and vote, because apparently that's all black people care about, right? I'm being sarcastic in case some of y'all ain't catching on to this. All black people care about is rapping. Get a pop star out there. You know, get a well-known celebrity out there who might be liberal. Get one of them out there. But don't get anybody intelligent with a mind out there. Don't get any of us well-known medical professionals. Don't get any of us doctors. Don't get any of us nurses. Don't get any of us, CEOs. Don't get any of us economists. Don't get any of them out there. Don't get any of these people that can sit there and take half a brain out of a person's head, surgeons. Don't get any Ben Carsons out there. Don't get any Larry Elders. Don't get any Thomas Sowell. Don't get any Jason Rileys. Don't get any of them out there. Give black people some rappers. Pander to them. Try to talk like them. Try to come up with something that that black people probably all do and try to relate to them on some type of way like that. Go out there and tell them, I eat collard greens and neck bones. To get them all riled up, do that. Tell them I eat beans and rice and cornbread. Do that. Do that. Do the I eat sweet potato pie. Woo! I'm not for the pumpkin pie, but I'm for the sweet. Do things like that to pander the black people to get them all riled up to get their vote. But again, when it all comes down to it, Chicagoans, let me ask y'all a question. I don't care, even if you were in the Illinois region, period, whatever state that you are in, whatever municipal you are in, whatever person that y'all voted in or that's residing over y'all right now, let me ask you, how's it going for you? Huh? How's that going for y'all? How's it working out? I told y'all right now, this current administration does not care about Americans either. I told y'all that, didn't I? Well, no, Ty. Well, no. Let me tell you something right now. If Donald Trump was the president right now and America was in the state that it's in right now, Donald Trump would be getting the same flaming from me just like this administration is right now. Wrong is wrong. Right is right, period. And what's going on right now, if you can't see with your own two eyes, it's because you got Stockholm Syndrome. You have Stockholm Syndrome to your politicians. You have Stockholm Syndrome to your pastor. You have Stockholm Syndrome to your mayors. You have Stockholm Syndrome to your teachers. Anybody that's abusing you and you don't want to see it for what it is, you have Stockholm Syndrome. It's very easy, ladies and gentlemen. If I tell you guys that I will do something for you, if I tell you guys that I'm going to make certain things happen, I want you to make me be accountable for it, because that's what I promised you. That's what I told you. Most people that want to get into any type of political position, any type of political party, any type of political office role, if they are going into it with nothing more than the intentions on making a name for themselves, then that person is in it for the wrong reason. It's supposed to be about you, the people. It's supposed to be about us. It's supposed to be about servitude. It's supposed to be about making America, making your city, making your community better. But right now, based solely off of the actions that you guys all see happening in America, that you see happening in Chicago, you tell me, does it seem like those that are in power care about you? And we're going to hit on this a little bit more after this break, ladies and gentlemen. You listen to Cities 92.9. We'll be right back. All right, appreciate all 131 of you guys being in here right now. Don't forget to hit the like button so this video can be circulated. We are on a commercial break right now. That's why I stopped like this, so just to let y'all know that. Also, double check and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Got Kev in here holding it down with me. Kev from Speechless. Go over there. 131 people in here right now. That means y'all weren't in here about a good 20 minutes ago, which means y'all don't know that Kev has his own channel as well. Kev, Speechless with Kev, over on his channel. He's going to be on tomorrow from 3 to 5. Also, Kev, I don't know the name of all Kat's shows, so you can tell them about Kat too.
Yeah, Kat Peterson. She is a host here at Cities 92.9. You could just go look up Conservative Kat.
There we go.
And it's a pink background, and she's like freaking out in the profile picture. So she's also great. But I'd really appreciate it if you guys would go subscribe to me. almost to 1,000, and that's obviously one of the big goals to hit. So, and I love you guys, each and every one of you that are in here. Everybody who's already subscribed, love you guys. If you're not yet, well, I'll love you soon. Just once you actually do subscribe. So I'd appreciate it. 22-year-old conservative college student out of Central Illinois. Somebody was asking earlier what I stand for. I stand against leftist bullshit, and I'm allowed to say that here on YouTube, not on the radio. But I stand against leftist bullshit, and that's what I do.
Mic drop.
Okay, we got a few more minutes before you come back on.
Red, I appreciate you being in here. I think I seen Nan in here too. Lim, handbag, what's going on, sir? But yeah, make sure y'all go do that, folks. And again, I know I'm repeating myself because there's 130, well now 120 some people in here. I think that might have been YouTube we ran off. Double check to make sure that you are subscribed, okay? I'm telling y'all right now, it's a good chance that you are not. Some of you guys will be able to go and check, and y'all gonna come back to me, and you guys are gonna say, Ty, I wanted to go check to see if I was subscribed to you, and I'm not. William Lynn, how are you doing? I see that you're in here too. Appreciate you being in here.
Oh yeah, I forgot to connect the mouse. I could do that for you. If you want to do that thing, you can use that to plug into the computer. Did you ever see that thing about the first transgender cheerleader of the NFL is on the South Carolina Panthers cheer squad?
No.
No, you didn't hear about that? So it's a black man who pretends to be a woman.
Always gotta be a Negro. We the first to do it.
Oh my God. No, the way I see it though, man, is like they've had men on their cheerleading squad for quite a while. The difference now is just one wears a skirt. So
I don't want to have my hand on her booty. I want somebody else's hand on mine. Let's see if they're gonna be tossing his big old belly butt up in the air and all that. Let's see if that's gonna happen. I would love to see Ty run for office, but I would hate to see them try to rip him apart. No, that'd be the entertaining part. Bush, that'd be the entertaining part of them trying to. That'd be the entertaining part. See, the thing is, it's a change. I mean, it's a huge change that needs to happen right now. I really believe if you go back and look at what our forefathers did when they debated, they came at each other hard. And even like right now, this weak judge that's presiding over the things that's going on with Trump, what he's doing, look what he's doing. He's I don't want you talking. You shouldn't be making fun of. That's the craziest thing in the world. That's how the Democrats got their part. That's how they got their name being the donkeys, the jackasses. That was that guy who said you.
Yeah, that was the one that came on. If you've already called in and we like hung up on you because you were an idiot, don't call back in. Period.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that shit.
No. Y'all remember that the guy that called in last week and said you did a video where I don't know what he was talking about, but he couldn't substantiate his argument, or he couldn't tell me the video that he so-called said that I did something on and I did it for financial gain. I don't know what the dude was talking about. So yeah, Kev just hung up on him. Nice try, sir.
Also, if you do call in, keep it super clean. I know when we're not on the radio and stuff, and so that's why I'm not clean when we're not on the radio. But if you are going to call in, you keep it clean the entire time. Otherwise, I'm cutting you off.
The Texas gent is in the house. How you doing, Walter? Hope you're doing good, sir. Thanks for coming in and dropping by. This man says good morning or good afternoon. He's been saying it to me for the past 3 years every day. I'm not kidding you guys. I'm not just saying that. I'm not exaggerating. He literally says, good morning or good afternoon or something like that to me every single day.
That's nice of him.
The Texas gent.
You got 30 seconds till you're coming back.
Y'all thought I was joking?
That's you coming back.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ty Smith, aka Modern Renaissance Man, and you are listening to my show, Cancel This. Phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. You can text the show at that number as well. Also, you can go over to YouTube right now, type in Modern Renaissance Man, and when you do that, you will see a thumbnail that says breaking news stories across America or across the country. And that way, if you guys come into here on YouTube, you can interact with me. You can actually see me being very animated and all that good stuff like that. Sometimes funny, sometimes serious, all the above, which is why I call myself Modern Renaissance Man. Anyway, appreciate you guys all being in here. Don't forget, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you go check out Kev Ferris at his show that's coming on tomorrow between 3 and 5. He's going to be doing a show tomorrow live. We'd love to see you guys tune into that. And before we took the break, ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all how I was going to come back and pretty much show you guys exactly how and the gameplay of what the Dems do every single time election time comes around, because based on their actions, they feel that a lot of you particular type of people with a certain mindset, they feel that you guys are dumb and they feel that you're ignorant. They feel that you're animals. They feel that you can easily be played, and you don't, matter of fact, that you don't even have to be manipulated right now. You don't even have to be manipulated right now. And if you are a black person, you decide to actually think for yourself and see things for what it is, you are going to be the one considered to have some type of strange mental derangement. Yes, you will be the one that seemed to have a strange derangement. If you don't believe me, go look up right now, ladies and gentlemen, to see what Hillary Clinton had to say about anybody that supports Trump. Did y'all hear about what Hillary Clinton had to say about anybody that might be a part of the Trump support team? Like they pretty much like you need to be deprogrammed, like put like almost in concentration camps or something like that. Now you tell me, based off of her saying what she said, don't believe me. Y'all, look, there's nothing to hide. Don't believe me. Go and look and see what Hillary Clinton had to say. And tell me that doesn't sound like some fascist type stuff. What do you mean deprogram? See, the thing is, the reason why they say things like it is, ladies and gentlemen, because look, y'all may not know this. It's going to be a slow process. It's not that it's going to happen overnight, but let me tell y'all something. Based off of what I'm seeing and what I predicted, black people are starting to wake up to the nonsense. And you know what? Chicagoans, I know it sounded like I was really laying into y'all and giving y'all the spanking and all that, which I was. But let me tell you also now, like what I do with my own sons, after my sons got a spanking, then the explanation comes in. Then the repair comes in. Then the real correction comes in. So here's the thing, Chicagoans. I know I just spanked y'all. I know I told you I poured salt into the wound. I want you to feel the granules, and while I'm scrubbing and rape, I want you to feel the pain of what's going on right now. Because now you should be able to see and understand, based off of your current mayor's action and based off of the current policies that are in play right now, you should be able to see how they feel about you black folks. And I know y'all tired. Why do you say black folks like that? Because that's the target right now. Although a lot of Chicagoans, period, no matter what the race is going to be affected by it, especially with some of the ridiculous taxes they got going on there. But what I'm saying right now is black folks are feeling it really, really bad. And here's the thing, though. I don't know how much more Chicagoans y'all are going to want to take before y'all actually just go, wait a minute, aha. We see what's going on now. We're not doing this anymore. I have to give credit where credit is due. Chicagoans, I'm so glad that I seen y'all doing what y'all doing. I'm glad that y'all are having these town hall meetings. I can't make it to all of them now. I'm glad y'all having these community meetings. I'm glad y'all are confronting Brandon Johnson. I'm glad that y'all are doing all those things. But again, I wish y'all can all write this down. Y'all need, Chicagoans, you need to write down everything that's happening to you guys that's damaging you right now. Write it down. Write it down. Keep it. Put it up somewhere where you can always go back and refer to it and see it, because you're going to need to do it once this stuff all comes back around. Once this election and things, all these different elections that goes on, once they start to make full circle again, you're really going to have to go back into those notes and say, this is what they said and this is what they did. But here's the deal. If you think, black people, if y'all think, had to take a drink there. If y'all think, and if y'all thought that you are in a state right now to where you are severely oppressed, if you thought that systemic things are holding you down, if you think that white men bad, if you think that systemic racism is the reason why you're in the predicament you're in right now, I'm going to tell you something right now. Y'all might be pissed off at what I'm getting ready to say, but mark my words. I am not a prophet, but mark my words when I tell you this, Chicagoans. Those migrants and those illegals that are coming in right now, black people, they about to come in and mop the floor with y'all. Ty, what are you saying? I'm not talking about them doing anything violent against y'all or anything like that. That's going to end up happening, period, regardless, you know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as far as taking advantage of all the things that America and all the opportunities that America has. Those illegals are about to come in and start winning, black people. I'm trying to tell y'all they are about to come in and take all the things that y'all don't want. All the things that black people complain about that y'all don't have and that y'all can't get, guess who's going to come in and get it? Those migrants and those illegals are. Why? Because the thing that y'all saying that you can't get, the things that you're saying y'all don't have the opportunity to do, they're going to come in and do it. Why is that? Well, that's because they're going to treat us differently, and those migrants ain't really black, so they don't have the stroke. No, it's not, Negro. The problem is you did not want to walk through the door. The door is open, but y'all didn't want to walk through because somebody fooled y'all and told you that if you go through that door, you're going to be messed up. Something's going to happen. Oh, you're going to have to face this. And them migrants coming not through the southern border, but they're going to come through and walk through your doors of opportunity is what they're going to do. And they're going to take full advantage of it. They're going to have all their families in on it. They're going, man, all the landscaping. Look, I'm just being real. I'm not being stereotypical because that's what a lot of them do. They're going to open up restaurants in black neighborhoods and in black areas. They're going to open up liquor stores in black areas and around black people in black cities and things like that. They are going to have landscaping businesses. They're going to have drywall business. I'm telling you, that's what they do. They are taking advantage of what? Opportunities. You don't hear them coming into the United States going, hey, Holmes, I don't know. They say, I don't want to come into America, man. They don't have no opportunities for us brown people, and the struggle is real, Holmes. The struggle is real. My cousin Jose, he said he come to America. He said they don't treat him right, so he go back to Mexico. No. They are coming in, and they are hustling, and they are winning. Why? Because you're not going to find another place on this planet that gives you the opportunities and the freedoms that you have in America. You're not going to find it. But if they convince you that you don't have it because of your past, because of what they did to black people in the past, do y'all even know what they did to the Mexicans, the natives that was here before they drove them? Y'all didn't even know their history, do y'all? Do you know the history of a lot of the Mexican folks that were here, how they got driven into Mexico? They were natives of this land too. They were slaves too. You don't hear them coming over to, yeah, you know what, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Because of what they did, what the Americans did to us. We're not going to be able to make it. We oppressed homes. We oppressed with the black people too. Do you hear them talking like that? Do you hear the Jews going around saying, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it because of what happened to us in the Holocaust? Well, Ty, that was over in Germany, what they did to them. My point is, something that did not happen to the current Jews that are here is not stopping the Jews from doing what they're doing. Something that happened to Africans, listen to me, black ones. I'm talking about tar black as asphalt black, coming from Africa. They're coming over into America and they are winning. I got people that work under me who are from India. I got different people that work under me in the medical profession. They work different type of medical professions and they are from India. Brown people. They are coming over to America and they are winning. But all along, Americans, we have Americans here. And I'm going to specifically focus on this one because you need to hear it. We have black Americans here that you are sitting stupor as if your mama is outside right now in the cotton field and your daddy is outside in the cotton field and that they out there picking cotton right now and you struggling, you can't do anything because y'all are slaves. They literally have y'all in the mindset like that's what's going on right now. The door of opportunity in America is completely open. And you are being convinced not to walk through it. And guess what? If you thought black people, let's keep it real. If you thought that you were at the bottom of the barrel, if you thought that you were disenfranchised, disadvantaged, if you thought that they don't care about our neighborhoods, they don't care about our schools, mark my words. Watch what happens when those illegals come in there, and they're going to be living in the same neighborhoods that y'all living in right now, but give it some time. You're going to look up and see that they're not going to be there anymore. Why? They took advantage of opportunities and they got the heck out of there. Just like I did. Just like my mom did. Just like my brothers did. Just like some of my friends did. Got the heck up out of the projects, got the heck up out of the hood, and don't have no inclination to return back. And don't care if you feel like, man, you ain't a real one, man. You the soul. You can say that all you want to. I have no plans on coming back, and thank you for telling me that I'm not a part of that community. I'm a sellout because I'm not. I get. I'm a sellout because I'm not robbing people. Oh, I'm a sellout because I don't have any baby mamas. Huh? Oh, I'm a sellout because I don't have gold teeth in my mouth. Oh, I'm a sellout because I don't walk around with my pants halfway off my butt, showing my drawers looking ridiculous. I'm a sellout because I don't have crazy long dreads and smoking weed and doing drugs and getting high. I'm a sellout because I don't do any of those things. I'm a sellout because I don't have multiple baby mamas. I'm a sellout to, I'm a sellout to that type of thing. Oh, come on, give me a break. Come up with a better excuse to why I'm winning and you're not. It's not me bragging. It's literally me trying to reach a hand out to you saying, grab on. I want to pull you up and bring you over to this other side so you can start winning too. But the minute you start telling me, oh no, man. And let me tell y'all something right now. Brothers and sisters, one of the worst things you can say to I'm just keeping it real with y'all. One of the worst things you can say to any black person that became successful like myself and the other folks that I know, one of the worst things you can say to us is, you got lucky. You know how insulting that is? So pretty much what you're telling me is that I wasn't smart enough. I got lucky because I got a wife because I got lucky. I got 2 grown sons right now, I guess because I was lucky. I got out of the hood because I was lucky. Got through medical school because I was lucky. 2 different degrees in the medical field because I was lucky. 2 different degrees, folks. But I was lucky. Seeing people under me that I mentored that became successful themselves because I was lucky. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, after this break. Appreciate y'all being here again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to double check and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Appreciate y'all being in here. If I missed some of you guys in here, I'm sorry. I'm looking at this. I'm trying to keep up with looking at what's going on over in the chat and all that, and then what's going on here on my phone. So
another piece of advice, because people can't seem to get it. If you're going to call in, we appreciate it and we want you to call in, but call in when you are ready to come on and have a specific item of what Ty is saying that you want to comment on. It's not going to be like you're not taking up a whole segment or anything. And don't just call in to ask a question, because I waste my time. And I don't like my time wasted. I think that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves. I don't like my time wasted.
Yes, y'all, please. I'm going to try to say that when I come back on the show.
Don't waste my time. No, and we got a caller. Hopefully they're not wasting my time. City's 92.9, this is Kev. How can I help you? I think that'd be a great thing to comment on. Would you mind if I put you on hold? We're about to come back and we'll bring you on the next segment briefly. That sounds good. This guy seems good. I like him.
Yo, we are back here at Cities 92.9. I'm Ty Smith, aka Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. Phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same number. come check me out on YouTube, where you can see me live in the studio, where I'm very animated, where I can be looking at you looking at me. We can be having a good looking time. I will be able to see you guys' comments and be able to possibly try to read some of them off as well to the listening audience out there who are tuning in through the radio. All right, folks. So before I took the break, you guys heard me going in stating how one of the biggest insults that can happen to somebody like myself who became successful and are around other successful people that are looks just like me who are black. One of the worst things I hear from the community is I got lucky. And it's such an insult, because what you pretty much telling me that is I wasn't smart enough to do. I wasn't smart enough to get 2 different degrees. I wasn't smart enough to get married. I mean, I wasn't smart enough and made the right decision to not have children until after me and my wife were married. I wasn't smart enough to raise my kids under God and under the principles of the Bible. That was just lucky. It wasn't because I was smart. It wasn't because I made a good decision. It wasn't because I wanted to change. All of those things happened because I got lucky. That is the complete excuse of a victim. Victims always have an excuse for why somebody else is doing better than them. There's always an excuse. They're never accountable. It's always somebody else's fault. There's always a reason. But here's the deal. One thing that is never going to stop victims is time. Time is never going to stop. It's not going to change for any of us. And what you're going to find out is later on down the road, you are still going to be in the same exact place you were. You're going to be in the same exact place you was whenever you first made that statement. Any of you who claim that you can't make it out, you can't do it, the white people this, systemic racism, we can't get ahead. Our ancestors, we were kings, we were queens, we built this, we built that. You guys are going to be saying the same exact thing a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and no movement is going to happen in your life whatsoever. You're not going to get no type of promotion. You're not going to get out of the state that you're in. You're not going to get out of the hood that you're in. You're not going to get out of the projects that you're in. You're not going to get out of the predicament that you're in. But what you're going to have is that excuse of we was kings. That's all you got is just that. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else. You're going to be doing all that talking about what happened to black people, what's going, and no movement is going to happen in your life while other people are going to be moving on. And the reason I'm saying is because I told y'all, and I'm going to go back to it, watch what happens within a 5-year span of those illegals or those asylum seekers or those migrant people. Watch what happens in the span of 5 years in Chicago. Watch this. I guarantee you they're going to get in there and start winning and moving on. Now, before we took the break, we did have the phone that was ringing, and we're going to address that. And before I address this phone call, let me make this clear. There's to be no cussing on the phone, ladies and gentlemen. There's to be no getting off the subject. And what I mean by that, me and Kev both, is a huge pet peeve of ours. If you hear me talking about colors, please make the phone call about colors. If you hear me talking about colors and you get on here and you say, Ty, I just want to know, you ever seen some chickens out there? Don't come and just try to flip the subject, because I'm going to do the scissors. I'm just being real with y'all. I'm going to do the scissor gesture. Try to say that 10 times. Scissor gesture at Kev, and Kev's going to cut you off. Just letting y'all know that. And this has nothing to do, if you're on the phone lines waiting right now, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm just giving everybody a heads up who may want to call in. Just a FYI, all right? So we can ready to address this call right now. Caller, you're on Cities 92.9. This is Ty.
Hi, Ty. It's Calvin Coburn from Springfield. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I agree with a lot of things you're saying as it pertains to color. But when it comes down to the black community, we also got to realize that the black community is not homogenous, and it's very diverse. And a lot of times when you start looking at how the education system indoctrinates from K through 12, and then the entertainment industry conditions through these I would say immoral or their methods of doing things. We have to kind of look at the community and find the talent that's within the community. And we have to go back, not necessarily to live there, but to challenge the school boards and challenge the status quo and challenge the leaders. Because I hear a lot, and this is my last part of this, sir.
No, you good. Go
I
ahead.
hear a lot about the condition of the black community, but I don't hear anything about the alderman that is doing it. The city council that's doing it. I heard you was talking about the mayor and the state rep, because these communities are what I call, communities that they use to kind of steal money. They'll set the nonprofits up, put money through those communities and steal it on the back door. And then they says, well, all blacks are this way. So we do have a challenge, and we do have to, brothers like yourself and I, we have a big battle. And I think our biggest challenge is going to be strategy versus the people coming against us.
100. No, the floor is yours. If you got some more to say on this, go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think that a lot of people like you, myself, when blacks become successful, we move. We'll move to different communities. We'll move, and we're looking out for the betterment of our children. We're looking out for communities that one has better governance, better protection, things of that nature. But the people who are being trapped in those communities, track some of those nonprofits that's supposedly helping them, like the NAACP, the Urban League, Faith Coalition of the Common Good, nonprofit. Have you ever thought about looking up their 990s?
Yep.
Because you dig what I'm saying? It is so much money driven to these causes. And then if you look at how much money we went towards poverty, towards education, the blacks, this, that, we're talking the billions of dollars, but the money never reached the people. So I thought my thought is, okay, I'll excuse, some people in the black community for being ignorant because I'm not going to challenge them. My battle is with the representation. My problem is, where are you doing with that tax money? Who owns those houses? Why are you allowing that illegal immigration in that area? Because remember, guys, I'm 54. The very black community that's been dilapidated, we used to own in the 60s, 70s. That was my daddy's store. That was my grandpa's store. That was my father's cab company. So it's a dual issue when the in my opinion, a white liberal says, okay, well, let me say you are somebody. So we got out of black cabs on the white buses and bankrupt the black cab. This desegregation had no economic plan to it. So a lot of our fathers gave up their businesses in the sake of desegregation, and then they ran off with the bag. So we got a lot of challenges, but I think is one, bringing awareness to the vices of the Democrat Party, looking at the finances of each representative. Most of the Black Panthers are in the Congress, right?
Yep.
Right? They're Democrats. And the people are struggling. But look at the black representation. Why aren't we calling out them senators?
Exactly. Hey, man, that is, look, woo, you dropped some gems there. I really, really appreciate you calling in and doing that. I hope that you brace us again with what you just got done doing. Please tell me you're going to call in and do this again, because I love hearing from other people out there. And it sounds like you're a black guy just like I am, because people only think it's me to think this way and see things this way. And I hope you call back again. And what's your name again and what city?
My name's Kelvin Coburn, and I'm in Springfield, Illinois.
Calvin Colbert from Springfield, Illinois, people calling in, representing, dropping those gems right there. We really appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to Cities 92.9, the news is talking Bloomington Normal. We're getting ready to head into this second segment here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep this thing rolling, going to keep this thing fired up. I really enjoy calls like that because people call in. They are letting you get informed on all these different things that's going on with the branches within our face and how we're being played. But we're going to hit on a little bit more than we come back to the second segment. Stay tuned. We will be right back after these messages. Shout out to the caller, ladies and gentlemen. We had to, we were going into our break and everything, so I'm sorry we had to cut that short if you're still listening through YouTube, sir. But if not, I'll try to repeat that again once I do come back on live again.
That was a perfect example of a good call, everybody. That was a great call. So if you want to know how you can get on the show and be appreciated, and you can also come on and disagree, and that's fine, but he called and he told me exactly, he's like, here's exactly what I want to talk to Ty about. And I was like, that's perfect. We're going to get you on. And it was seamless. And I didn't get mad. So take notes.
Yes. Noted. We better bring up that clip of
Candace.
Yeah.
You already the helmet one. That's such a great clip. That is,
the helmet. And did you see the other one too with the girl saying,
oh, I know which one you're talking about. I'll find both of them. Yeah, because it was the other girl. It was like, what do you have to say to all the trannies here that feel victimized? She's like, that was a statement. Yeah. She's like, congratulations, you just said a statement. She's like, I'm too pregnant for this. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, I can bring both those up. Get a helmet. I have a few. I mean, I even have another one here.
No, that's fine. Whatever you.
I have multiple. I'm gonna pull that one up. That's good.
Oh, that's for sure. Texas gent. That's for sure, man. Share the clips in the chat. Yeah, you guys will be able to see it. The people that are tuning in through the radio, they'll be able to hear it. Good vibes, says you do great on the radio. Appreciate it. Don't forget, folks, I already said it. I'm going to say it again. Hit the like button so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. You guys all have cell phones, which means you got contacts in there. And if you actually like this show, my show, Kev shows, Cat show, do the same exact thing. Go over there, subscribe to his channels called Speechless with Kev. Go check out Conservative Cat. Also, when you do that, you guys all have contacts in your phone. Let them know about these channels, ladies and gentlemen. You guys will be the sole reason why this message gets put out there. It just doesn't. I used to watch American Idol when I was going through college, and they used to always tell people to call in to vote. And a lot of times they say, you know, hey, a lot of you guys think that y'all know who's going to win. And so y'all figured, oh, everybody's going to vote for this person, so y'all don't call in and vote. What I'm saying that for is that I don't care if y'all just do it with one person in your phone. Just say, hey, go check out Ty's channel called Modern Renaissance Man. Go check out Kev Ferris with Speeches. Go check out Conservative Cat. You know, just have them go and check it out and have them subscribe to the channel. Bobby K, appreciate it. Thanks for being in the studio. Love your show. But that's a unique comment. Like, are you local or for somebody to say thanks for being in the studio?
I don't know. Maybe they like your show better when you're in the studio rather than at home or something. I don't know. But I have 3 Candace clips for you.
Nice.
That are phenomenal, and I'm a big fan.
Just keep on hanging tight with us, folks. We're going to be coming back here pretty soon.
In just a few minutes. If you guys got any great questions or anything, leave them there.
Yep. So who just sent this email? Cat show in the morning is called The Morning Buzz.
Yep.
It's called The Morning Buzz with Cat.
But she puts it on her Conservative Cat YouTube.
Texas Gent just subscribed to Kev. Appreciate that, sir.
You're the best, buddy. Thank you. Got a great interview tomorrow with a young conservative college woman answering questions like, what is a woman? She's a nursing student too. So what is a woman?
What's your lovely wife cooking for dinner?
It's a little,
Kevin, what's your wife cooking?
What's my lovely wife cooking me for dinner? My lovely wife, who is non-existent,
she's cooking some collard greens and she got a bottle of hot sauce in her purse.
My God, I'm too white for hot sauce. Sometimes if Coke is too cold, it's spicy for me. So that's how white I am. I'm very white. The only thing I like that's spicy is my takes. I got spicy takes. All right, you're about to be coming back here in a second.
Part 2 is coming up, folks.
They can't cancel him or Cities 92.9. It's Cancel This with Ty Smith.
Here we go. And we are back here, Bloomington Normal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here, area code 309-451 9299. You can text the show at the same number. You can go onto YouTube right now and check me out streaming live on YouTube by typing in Modern Renaissance Man in the search bar, where you will see a title that says breaking news stories across the country, right? You will see me in the studio. Hey, hi, no TikTok dances going on here. Anyway, tuning in there, you will be able to see me animated and be able to look at you. You can look at me, and we're having a good looking time. Been here with Kev, who's holding it down for me. Appreciate the work he's doing here by being a producer in here. Make sure y'all go check him out. He's going to be on tomorrow from 3 to 5. Speechless with Kev Ferris. Go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. Appreciate it if y'all do that. Brings a whole lot of heat. He's going to be doing an awesome interview tomorrow. Tell him about that interview, Kev.
We're getting a call right now, so I would love to talk to him about that interview, but I got to take this call.
So as you see, the call, Kev's show tomorrow is going to be about this call he's taking right now. No, I'm just joking. But no, before we took the break, guys, we had someone that called in from Springfield. And again, shout out to him for dropping those jewels on us, dropping those gems. Absolutely love that. Okay. I would love to do that for him to come back. So here's the deal, folks. Before we took the break, I told you guys that if you're going to call in, to make sure you're talking about something related to the show. Kev, what was that call about?
It was one of the same dudes. He always calls in, and the last time he called in, he talked about nothing that was related. He was trying to come at you about something that wasn't even, one, related to what you were talking about, two, it wasn't even, it was just straight up lies about your channel. And so I'm not going to take your call. If you're going to call in again, even after that, you have shown one time that you are unable to follow directions, which means you probably didn't even pass kindergarten. We don't really want to talk to people like that, because I remember being told in kindergarten to follow directions. And when they seem reasonable, yes, I will 100% follow directions. But if you can't do that, we're not going to take your call. So just follow the directions. No cursing, stay on topic, and keep it brief.
That's it. That's really, really easy. That's so easy, sir. We kind of figured out who you were too. So Kev's going to screen the calls every time you call in. So you're not going to be able to get in straight through me. In fact, that's one thing Kev mentioned too, if y'all wasn't paying attention there. Kev said that when that phone rings, I'm not going to pick the phone up and be like, hello, this is Ty Smith. Kev is going to screen the call. So you're not going to be able to get through Kev to get to me. You got to get through Kev first. So it's easy. Stay on subject. Stay reasonable. Just look, you can disagree with me, but don't just get on here and just spew stuff out, because we're going to hang up on you. It's going to happen. Just to let y'all know. Don't care. Boo-hoo about it. That's why my show is called Cancel This.
You've had some great calls that people disagree with you.
Yeah.
But it's on topic.
Yes.
It's on topic. Disagree on topic.
And don't call up here and make stuff up. Don't call up here and be like, you know what? The other day you said that you don't like blue balloons, and you're a liar because I seen you wearing the color blue the other day. What? Don't do that. We're going to hang up on you. That's why I love the fact that it makes a lot of y'all pissed off, because the name of my show is Cancel This. And y'all been trying for 2+ years, and it's not happening. You're not going to be able to send a letter up here. You're not going to be able to tell on me. Who are you going to tell on me? I'm telling God. I'm telling God that you just seem that you're not catered to our feelings, and that you're saying things that hurt our feelings. It's not just the black community I'm talking about. I'm talking about the snow cone color hair social justice warrior crew. I'm talking about y'all too. I'm talking about the ones who think that y'all are special amongst the white people. I'm talking about some of y'all white people too, who think that you are special because you marched with some black people and you held your fist up and you wore a Black Lives Matter shirt. I'm talking about y'all too. You guys are not going to be able to call up here to Cities 92.9 and try to get some type of protest thing going to get me canceled from Cities 92.9. That's what my show is called, Cancel This. Maybe I should upgrade the show and call Try to Cancel This. Like, I dare y'all to try to do it. Y'all love to hide behind the phone. Y'all love to hide behind y'all keyboard warriors. I see y'all make eye contact when y'all out there in public, and y'all don't. Look, I'm a nice guy. Come up and talk to me. Come up and talk to me. Tell me how you disagree. Maybe, but look, don't come up to me and tell me how, I don't like the way you said this, because that's not going to work with me. I'm going to say what I say. I'm not one of these people that's scared to hurt any of y'all feelings. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to pander to your baby-fied, messed up illusions that you have in your mind, which is leading me to the subject right here. If y'all don't know my sister, Candace, the one, Candace Owens, my sister, the one, I got planted in the GOP party to go to the Bloomington school board meeting by the GOP department, and it turns out I'm Candace Owens' brother, and I'm Larry Elder's nephew. But let me just tell y'all this, air quotes, my sister did exactly what I'm talking about right now. I want y'all to listen to this clip real quick. Pay attention to this. Check this out. So she was at this She was doing a speaking engagement, and she had some people to come up and ask her some questions. And I want y'all to listen to this and listen to her response. Check it out.
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this.
Wait a minute. We gotta do this again. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to listen again. This girl asked a particular question, and listen to what Candace's response is to it. Let's do this again.
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this.
Then they got the music.
They got the music and everything.
Listen, this is what I'm talking about right there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I was telling y'all when I say this is the same exact playbook that these globalists are doing to a lot of people in America. The same exact mentality that they want black people to have is the same mentality they want y'all social justice warriors, snow cone color hair kids to have. They want y'all all to be nothing more than victims. This girl just got done saying pretty much that Candace's presence there is just intimidating, her presence of her being there. Now, here's the difference between me and my sister. I would have played right into those people. See, look, here's my thing. If people like to use a certain weaponry at me, when I fight back, I'm going to use a worse weapon, or I'm going to use the same weapon they use on me. What am I saying? I love Candace's mic drop moment right there. She told the girl, put on a helmet. She was like, look, I'm pregnant. I'm too pregnant for this. My thing would have been, oh, I'd have played their game. So wait a minute. Are you saying that a black person being here makes you feel uneasy? Well, no. You said my presence of being here makes you guys feel intimidated. So you are intimidated by a black person is what you're saying. Well, no, because then y'all turn around. That's all y'all focus on anyway. So let's just keep it real. I'm playing y'all game. If that was me there at Candace Owens' place, I would have flat out said so. So you intimidated by a black man simply because I'm walking here? Does this college campus not have other black people that's here? Well, no, wait. So why are you intimidated by this black man coming up here? It just blows my mind. This is what I love about it. What Candace Owens displayed right there, all of us should have been that way from day one. I was already not playing into these people crazy delusions and their minds right now. I didn't play into any of that stuff. I see stuff for what it is. It's very common. It's very easy. All you got to do is look with your eyes and see it. I want y'all to listen to this other clip that we have of Candace Owens too, because somebody else from the snow cone color hair social justice warrior crew came up and said something to her as well. Check this one out.
Non-binary person, what do you have to tell me about my identity? Because I know for a fact I'm not confused.
Okay, next question. Great statement. That's a statement. Okay, you know your identity. You're not confused. Congratulations, sweetheart. Thank you very much for your statement.
One more time, y'all listen to what this girl said.
Non-binary person, what do you have to tell me about my identity? Because I know for a fact I'm not confused.
Okay, next question. Great statement. That's a statement. Okay, you know your identity. You're not confused. Congratulations, sweetheart. Thank you very much for your statement.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know I have stuff in my merch section on my YouTube channel, right? I'm going to be putting out some t-shirts that's going to be saying, get a helmet.
I want one of those.
I'm going to be making me a t-shirt.
Life's tough, get a helmet.
It's going to be saying, exactly, it's going to say, life's tough, get a helmet. But this girl just came to Candace Owens and said, I'm non-binary and I'm blah, 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 and I know I'm not confused. So what do you have to say to that? She said, okay. See what I'm saying?
It's like not even conversing with that. It's like there's no point in conversing with that because you aren't coming up to be like, hey, this is what I believe. Tell me like why you believe differently. Like that's what an honest question is. But these people aren't coming up for an honest question. They're coming up to be like, well, I'm sure that I am this and I don't identify as a gender. And so your belief is stupid. And I believe that I'm this gender. So what do you have to say to that? And it's just like, there's no point. Great statement, because I don't really like, there's no point in conversing with you because you're not looking to try to get to the bottom of an issue or the bottom of the argument or the bottom of what I believe or what you believe. You're not trying to critically think. What you're doing there is standing there, obviously insecure. Like that's the biggest thing is they're obviously insecure when you're standing there and saying, man, I need to go in front of all these people and declare this. You're insecure and you don't actually believe. I think deep down that girl doesn't even believe she's not non-binary. It's just that she is trying to profess it to the religion of the woke LGBTQ alphabet cult.
Big time. I mean, that's exactly what they all do. And then again, Look at me. Still, it's all about attention. If you are this way and you claim that you're not confused, why did you need to tell the whole world that? But we hit on that a little bit more after this break, ladies and gentlemen.
City's 92.9. This is Kev. How can I help you? Andrea, how's it going? I'll try my best. I see we're getting another call here, and so I'm going to have to take that, but I'm going to put you on hold, and we'll see what we can do. You're first in line. City's 92.9. This is Kev. How can I help you?
What's going on, Mr. Collins?
George, we got another one right in front of you. We'll try our best. Best I can do right now is put you on hold and hope that we'll have some time. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, George, I appreciate it. I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to try our best, but like I said, we have one more call in front of you, and I know Ty has some other things he wants to get to too, but he already heard me say your name, so, and he gave himself a head shake. So, we'll see what we can do, hopefully. Yep. Okay. Call lines are full. And I still have another Candace clip too for you if you want. It's another LGBTQ activist. Okay.
We are back here, ladies and gentlemen, here at Cities 92.9. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same number. Also, you can check me out on YouTube by going onto YouTube, typing in Modern Renaissance Man, and you will see me live in the studio. The name of the thumbnail, once you do type in Modern Renaissance Man, the thumbnail is going to say breaking news stories across the country. And what we just got done letting you guys hear is a segment that took place at a speaking engagement that Candace Owens went to. And you guys heard two clips. One was a girl saying that she felt intimidated by Candace's presence, and Candace told the girl, life's tough, get a helmet. I'm too pregnant for this. And another girl said, I'm non-binary and I'm not confused. And Candace Owens was like, okay, good job. Thanks for making the statement, sweetheart. Move on with your life. And we do have another clip of somebody approaching Candace Owens as well. We're going to let you guys hear that one real quick. Check this one out.
With your beliefs, respond to the fact that your hateful and harmful rhetoric costs the lives of queer children every single day, on average, every 45 seconds.
Okay, so this is just going to be a pure boogeyman. You're pretending that someone committed suicide because of Candace Owens. You've got no facts here. You're just going, it's your rhetoric that's causing all of this. When in reality, you want to talk about the tea. I sat down with a man named Walt Heyer who was convinced to chop his penis off after your community told him that there was something wrong with him because he had confusion. Why was he trans? Because he was molested when he was 4 years old by his uncle. Rather than being sat down and spoken to by a psychologist, he was handed hormone pills, and he eventually chopped off his penis. Walt Heyer is now 80 years old. He detransitioned, and he does a lot of work talking about why it is that he runs a charity, okay, an actual charity that is dedicated to sex change regret, of people who have changed their parts and can't go back. You know what happens? Suicide rates go up after they transition. And Candace Owens wasn't the one that chopped their off.
Woo! Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been a part of my channel, you guys know I did a huge like week-long session on this about 3 years ago about the people that come to the hospital that so-called had this gender affirmation done. I dedicated the whole week to that. I had people that were on my show that came on and they talked about what happened to them when they had these gender affirmation surgeries done. This is before it became all popular like it is right now. I had those people on the show for a full week. YouTube did everything this is what it made. YouTube did everything in their power, not only to suppress the videos, but they also tried to take my videos down for misinformation. When I had the literal people who did the transformation, I had them on my YouTube channel talking to us and telling us all the different things they're experiencing, all the different things they are going through. And YouTube told those people that what they were spreading was misinformation and disinformation when they are literally the victims of it. So what am I saying all this for? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys in America, you are all being told to buy in to people's psychiatric issues. You are being told and you are being sold this. And if you disagree with it and look at it any other way, then you are going to be the one that will be looked at as having a mental disability. I'm telling you right now, and that's what I'm saying. It all ties in together, the same exact psychological games that they are playing on black people. They are playing on white people too. They are playing on they are playing on the trans community. They are playing this on everybody who might desire to one day want to possibly have a family and be married in a neutral family type setting. The same exact psychiatric thing. They will give you all type of talking points. They will give you all type of things to keep you from absolutely 100% pursuing being in a marriage with a man and a woman. They're trying to keep you from having kids. That's why they encourage you to get abortions. They're trying to keep you from being happy. That's why they want you to go ahead and chop off your genitals, be it man or woman. And they're trying to keep you from progressing and increasing yourself in life, black people, by telling you the reason why you can't advance is because there's this system out there. There's this thing out there. The same exact psychological games is being played. And this is what's even crazy. They have programs that would encourage you. Isn't that amazing? They have programs that would encourage you to delete your child. They have programs that would encourage you to completely mutilate your own sexual organs. They have things out there that will keep you guys from wanting to even get in a relationship by telling you women, all of y'all need to go and be just as equal as a man. The whole setup is to destroy you. All of it. Ladies and gentlemen, black people, what they're trying to keep you from pursuing is to destroy you. Social justice warriors, snow cone color hair kids. You guys are not doing nothing that's actually absolutely 100% honorable because y'all are out there hollering Black Lives Matter with black people. Those of you who so-called struggle with your gender and all this stuff like that, why are they encouraging you to destroy yourself? I got videos from years ago where I told you guys that those who had these things done to themselves, their self-deletion rate went up. It's a word that rhymes with ooh-I, folks. I can't say it because I'm on YouTube, and YouTube will completely demonetize this video if I say the word that rhymes with ooh-I. But it starts with Sue, and it ends with ooh-side. I can't say the whole thing together because YouTube AI is going to pick up on that and demonetize the channel. But why is it that after they get these things done, the rate increases of self-deletion? Anyway, folks, we have a call that's on the line right now. We're going to try to get to these calls right now. Caller, you are on the line. This is Season 92.9. I'm Ty.
Hey, Ty, it's Andrea.
Hey, sis, how goes it?
Listen, let me tell you, I love the work that you do, Ty. I really do.
Thank you.
I admire it a lot. Good job.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it very much.
And I love Kev too, even though I disagree with Kev a lot. But
I love you too, Andrea.
Well, you got to razz them, right? Ty, I watched these Candace Owens clips. I can't even tell you how many times. And I'll tell you what I really love best about it. It's the ice cold indifference towards these kids. Right? Because it's a combination of intolerance and indifference. Mm-hmm. Because these kids, what they're looking for is continuous validation through social media.
That's right.
They're looking for validation from the outside world. So when Candace Owens, if you notice, none of them had a comeback. None of them. She reached in and took their souls. Mm-hmm. They had no comeback. And the reason why they had no comeback is because what they wanted was for her to react and be like, no, I didn't cause this. No, it was just like, all right, well, life is hard. Get a helmet. You know, that's, believe it or not, that's the way forward. Like, you cannot take the bait. You just have to be like, you know who you are? Amazing.
Yeah, you know what? And it's funny that you said it, because I've gone to, and I actually video one time on my channel too. I've gone to events where people have literally like said things to me like, where it's like, dude, you a effing this, you a effing B, you a effing sellout, you a Uncle Tom, you a boot looking mother effer. And I go, okay, thanks. And then it's like, at least I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, thanks. Is that it? All right. Well, okay. Anybody else got something they want to say? It's just like that. It's like, I'm not going to play into those games. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give them what they want. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people seem to be fearful of. You don't do this to become contentious and sit there and battle back and forth with them. You do it to shut it down. Like what you saw there, this is stuff that we've done all the time, where it's like these people say these things and we're just like, oh, okay, all right, well, okay. Because we have to treat it as such. It's no different than this is what I do. A lot of people that have things like that going on, I literally put it in my mind that a lot of them are that the equivalent of how my son was when he was little. And he said, Dad, I'm Simba, I'm a lion. Okay, that's great, son. And I'm gonna eat you. Okay. I do them like that. And then they malfunction. Because I'm literally gonna treat you like the slow person that you, and it's nothing against people that are like that. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna treat you like the mental ill person that you are.
Well, I started to do that like a while ago. I live in a very liberal town. I kind of like woke up during COVID, and then I started calling, my very liberal friends out on their behavior. And, like, these were people that live with me that, were then like putting death threats in my mailbox, and they would call me all kinds of names. And at first it used to make me cry. And then I was like, you said like that now when I
put things in your mail, Andrea?
Huh?
Did you say they death threats?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So if they say, okay, I'll tell you what, we getting ready to take a break. I want you to stay on the line because I want you to expound on that a little bit more. You're listening to 692.9. We'll be right back.
Illinois is broke.
Ty has to get some water here, everybody. But I'm still here. Don't worry. Now we can talk all bad about him. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, we all love Ty. Ty's a great guy. But nope, he had to go get some water. So it's just me, Kev. And I got a fun interview tomorrow with a young college girl talking about what is a woman. She's a nursing major, so she has a little bit of expertise in that. What is a woman? And then dating, hookup culture, all of that kind of stuff. It's really fascinating. I did pre-record the interview, so I got that airing tomorrow. Very fascinating, her take on things, because it's just average. And that's the thing, is like, these are the kinds of people that vote, right? Your average person. I mean, yes, there are people like me. There's people like Ty. There's a lot of people out there like you who watch news and consume media that has to do with the political standings. But she doesn't really. She's not really about that. She just has her own opinions based on the little bit she sees, and she shares them. And it's absolutely fascinating. So I'm definitely going to want to see that tomorrow on my channel, Speechless with Kev Ferris. That's me. I'll share the link to my channel one more time. You can go make sure you don't miss a minute of that.
That's right, folks. Go check it out.
I even last week we got into that whole debate about Elvis and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so I did post a video this week because somebody was talking about Hound Dog and Big Mama Thornton and all that stuff. And so I posted a video to tell that person what an idiot they were. And so don't worry, you can go check that out. That's right now already on my YouTube. So tomorrow at 3:00, Kurt, is when that interview will air. 3:00 tomorrow, Central Standard Time.
Wendy and Nan, I appreciate you guys all being in here moderating and all that. Been doing pretty good here. As y'all know, it's been different than some of our lives have been on, where y'all have to pretty much snipe a whole lot of people. Lives have been pretty good lately, haven't they?
Yeah, I definitely think I'm also being, because I see somebody, Lem said they missed uh, one of my videos, and I think I'm being shadow banned by YouTube,
Yep,
everybody. So
YouTube is not notifying them.
no, make sure you hit that notification bell, ring it all for Ty's channel, my channel, anybody who talks about the issues that the lamestream media doesn't want us to cover.
LTG Gold, appreciate that. With LT Gold, appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You got about 30 seconds until we're back on air. Thank you, Apathy. You're the best. Everyone. I'd love if you went to check out my channel, almost to 1,000 subscribers. And I'd love to get there. And I love everybody who's been subscribing. Those who will, you guys are the best. All right, you're coming back.
And we are back here, ladies and gentlemen, here at Cities 92.9. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same number. Come check me out on YouTube, all right? If you want to tune in from home, you can see me live in the studio by going over to YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man, and you will see a thumbnail that says Breaking News Across the Country. And before we took the break, we had Andrea on the phone who was pretty much tapping in on these different subjects that we were talking about. But I want to make sure she gets her word in and finish up, because the last thing I heard was her saying that she had a lot of hate mail coming in, and she said the word death threats. So I'm going to let her elaborate on that a little bit more. Andrea, the floor is yours, sis.
Okay, Ty. So when I woke up, I really started calling these people out who I thought were my friends, because they were advocating for things that I did not agree with, right? So, you know, they were very liberal people, and I used to be a very liberal person, but I'm not going to stand by and watch you advocate for violence against people who believe something different than you or like a different political candidate than you. So that's what really started it. And, you know, the more I called them out, the more the party of tolerance and inclusion was just vicious. So I started getting death threats in my mailbox, death threats on my, my Facebook. And like, to me, at first I started crying about it, but then I just thought to myself, you know what? This is a really big wake up call for you all the way around, because I went into the COVID house arrest one person and I came out completely different. And the thing about me is I think very tactically, and I know that you do too. And how I know it was my friends, not because I have a security camera on my door. I rented space from a neighbor and put the security camera on their house.
Oh, wow.
So when these people were getting out of their cars, putting stuff in my mailbox, they wouldn't do it if I had the camera right out my door. So they don't know that they're filmed, but I have it all on film.
Wow.
But like when they call me a Nazi now, when I run into them, they'll call me a Nazi, they call me a transphobe, they'll call me this, they'll call me that. I'm like, my whole take is like, yep, next. Like, what else you got? Next.
Exactly.
This doesn't work on me. And that's how you have to be.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I've even told my sons them this whenever they deal, which they don't, but if they ever have to deal with things like that, it makes the person that much more ticked off at you when you don't respond to the situation like they expect you to. When they know that they can't trigger you, they get that much more irate, knowing that there's nothing that they can do that's going to change your demeanor. It ticks them off to the fullest when that happens.
And the other half of that is it takes a lot of self-mastery to get unaffected.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. And then, you know, the thing is that I think one of the problems is that the way that they're putting these messages out here is that if you don't actually, pander to them if you don't sit there and give in to these people's illusions and their psychiatric issues, then you're going to be looked at as being the bad person, the mean person, the phobe, the misogynist, the bigoted. You're going to be looked at that if you don't treat them and respond to them a certain way. And I think that's one of the biggest tricks that they're trying to pull through media is that, see, this what happens. What we saw happen with Candace Owens, and what I see all the time when I go to these speaking events, people, when they come to people, let me give you an example, like Anthony Brian Logan or Brandon Tatum, Larry Elder. I'm pretty like Kev faced it when he went out there to the DeSantis thing up in Peoria. Me, myself, we've all faced this thing where these people, when they actually try to confront us and we hit them with some straight facts or statistics or just straight common sense, they start to malfunction because their world, it lets us know they don't live in law. This sounds crazy. They don't live in a reality world. They live in a virtual reality online world. Their world is online. Their safe spaces is online. And that's why when they step out there in the real world, they malfunction when somebody look at you and say, you're stupid or you're an idiot.
And that's like that's what I did in because like you said, when I went to the DeSantis event, and just talked to some of the protesters.
Ooh.
There was one lady, and I always just like to play their game. I think it's fun. I go up and I just ask her, I go, what are you protesting out here today? And she was like, well, DeSantis and Darren LaHood are full of hate. And I just don't think that this country should be, and she points into my chest, should be run by white men like you. And I just go, actually, I identify as a woman. And she goes, like, she literally, you could see her brain just go, I don't know what's going on. Like, she couldn't handle it. Like, she didn't know what to do.
Remember.
Yeah, because I played her game. I played by her rules. And then she realized, like, probably, hopefully, that I can't deny it. I can't say, well, you're obviously not or anything. Like, because despite the fact that I was in a suit and have a lower voice and have XY chromosomes, she was still like, well, he says he's a woman, so he must, she, I don't know. Yeah, she malfunctioned.
Amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Andrea.
That's how you have to do it. Like, you have to go right to the battle lines with like one of the three things. Either you beat them at their own game, you're indifferent, and you just don't care. Like, these people are just, they run on emotion. Like, they don't think the next step, and because they've been mollycoddled and conditioned, and what they want is the power to make you capitulate. And I'm 100% not going to do any of that.
No.
But Ty, I'm just going to say one thing. I say this all the time. I love my country and I love the American people. There's nobody who wants to see Americans do better and live their best life than I do.
Yes.
And I truly respect the fact that you give people a platform and you let them speak, which is what's being taken away right now.
100. Absolutely. Andrea, sis, it's always a pleasure when you call in. We look forward to hearing from you every single weekend, even with Kev. I hear you on his show when he's on there. And also, don't forget, Kat is on every morning as well. I'm pretty sure she'll love to hear from you too, because you're starting to become one of those ones where if you are not calling in or something like that, people in the comment section or people email me and say, what's going on with Andrea? Haven't heard from Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Andrea, hey, shout out to you, sis. We love hearing from you guys, and God bless you, sis. We'll talk to you later. All right, folks. And with that being said, we do have another caller that's on the line while we got time left here. I think this is the infamous George. George, are you there?
I'm here.
There he is. What's going on, George? What you like to add to this, sir?
Listen, three things. Candace, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you can do me a favor and carry me over, because I'm not going to have much time. Candace is three beauties. She's not only attractive, but she's beautiful because she carries life inside, and she's beautiful inside herself personally. And so, but anyway, people don't understand what's going on. All this, people insist on raising their kids to be independent. When you tell a child you're independent, you told that child you don't love them. Fathers and mothers get independent, they break up, and who's left at home? The boys always left home with the mothers. I watched a guy talk about how he had four sisters, moved back home at 2 years old with his mother and his grandmother and four sisters. He grew up as feminine as you could get. He was 45 years old as a queer. or homosexual, whatever. But now he's found God. We've taken. You want to know what? All they got to do is read this book. You don't need all these psychologies and all these people. They don't know. They'll keep you coming there for 10 years, and you ain't cured. You wouldn't go to a regular doctor for 10 years, not get cured, or a chiropractor. So what they need to do is just read the Bible and stay home where they belong. Men need to be home. Why do you think we have all these girls knocked up pregnant? It's 70 million abortions because dads aren't there to train them, to teach them, to educate them, and to protect them. No, they're out someplace with some other woman doing it all over again. And these children are walking around going, where am I? I'm lost. Why do we have this suicide? Because people got their kids' cell phones and they don't talk to each other. Nobody talks.
Facts.
Talk to your family. You see people sitting next to each other texting. You know, would you believe I like to talk, Ty? Probably not.
No
I know.
way.
But anyway, yeah, and they just, people need to just get back to the Bible, read the Bible, put it back in our schools. Oh, it's not for the schools. It's not. Your kid spends more time in school than he does at home. You come home 5 or 6, not you, but fathers, 5 or 6 at night, 9, 10 o'clock, that kid's in bed. But yet he's in school for 8 hours a day.
True.
And what's he learning in school? They locked up some principal over there, I believe, in Normal or in Bloomington, one of the schools, for child pornography.
Oh, yeah,
How you
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
lock
yeah.
this guy? Huh?
I said, yeah. Uh-huh.
How are you going to lock this guy up for child pornography when you're putting it in the books that his school's going to teach? Are they going to let all the guys who had a nickel bag or dime bag on the west side of marijuana, are they going to let them out for after all the years of being in there when the government brags about how we made $528 million in 2 months? How are you going to lock a man up for that? How are you going to lock this teacher up or this principal up for child pornography when you put it in the school books? Doesn't that make sense?
A lot.
So I don't know what's wrong with people. Stop being independent and raise your kids to be self-sufficient. Dads, stay home where you belong. Who's going to take care of them? You're out gallivanting around, starting another family. Take care of the one you got. Okay? I got 3 children. They're all self-sufficient. None of them are independent. Self-sufficient means you can take care of yourself. Independent means I don't need to listen to you, Dad. And if I don't need to listen to my mother and father, why do I need God?
Well, yeah.
My mom and dad, am I right, Ty?
No, yeah, absolutely right.
Your churches are empty. Standing room only in 2001 in New York City. Standing room only. Now the place is an echo chamber because there's nobody in the place.
Facts. Yep. And that's the thing, though. That's what we're talking about is that we have people here, and I appreciate you calling in, George. Coming up on a break here, that like he just got done saying, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much when it comes down to it, folks, I love saying it this way. I know people get mad when I say it. Not we, but y'all. You guys who are walking around on eggshells, scared to say something to these, I don't care who it is. You scared to say anything back to somebody black because you think they're going to call you racist. You scared to say something to the snow cone color hair people crew because you think they're going to call you a homophobe or bigoted. We are the ones, y'all are the ones who become part of the problem. We'll talk about that in a bit. Appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to double check and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel.
I don't know. These words just have no meaning anymore. Like none of them. It just doesn't mean anything. Like I get called a racist, and I'm just like, and
right, like okay, yeah,
like,
right, okay, like she did with that girl.
Yeah, or like transphobe, and I'm like, okay, well, first off, I'm not afraid of trans people. Like if I was afraid, I'd see one and just be like, oh my god, ah! And then I'd like run away. No, I just be like, oh look, there's a mentally ill person.
Right.
Like,
wouldn't it have been crazy if Candace Owens would have called that girl a racist? Like, so you scared of black people is what you're saying. So you say, oh, black people intimidate you. Yeah. Oh, black people scare you. Huh? Oh. Well, no, it's just no.
I think that's just not where her mind goes. I don't think she sees herself as like, or I think a lot of other people see her as a race, but I don't even think she sees herself as a race. I don't think that's not at the forefront of her mind.
No, hardly. I mean, honestly, none of us really did until they try to make us pay attention to it.
Yep. And like homophobe, that's a funny one. Like, no, not afraid of gay people. I just think they make decisions that I wouldn't make, but
Not at all. Dude, I go so deep into this stuff, get real graphic with them and everything. You don't want to hear it. Why not? Y'all that's what y'all practice. That's what y'all promote.
I was at a bar one night and a gay guy was like hitting on me a little bit. And I'm like, sorry, buddy, I don't pack fudge, but he was like, what? And I was like, I don't pack fudge. And then he walked away very mad.
Don't mess around with dookie shoots. Like, no.
All right, you're about to come back.
I ain't trying to be around no terror cutters. Welcome back, folks. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This, here at Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington Normal. You can call up here at 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same number. And here's another deal. If you're at home sitting in the confines of your man cave or woman cave or she shed, whatever you want to call it, you can tune in by going over to YouTube, typing in Modern Renaissance Man, and you will see a thumbnail that says breaking news stories across the country, where you will be able to interact with me and I interact with you. And we'll be able to read off some of your comments, which I told you, I'm so sorry. I try my best to do it, but we fly here. Things flow so much that I completely 100% forget. So shout out to Unconventional, who says, straight facts, Ty. Part of the absolute problem is what she said here. Apathy said, if we were raising a young child in these times, I would do anything I could to homeschool. Apathy, that's literally what my mom, that's literally what my wife said. She said she would do the same exact thing. We have Ed Z, who said, peace for all. Hey, MR, man, I pray every human being can and will live tolerantly peaceful with every living thing we come in contact with. Let's see. We have another comment here, Laura, who says they want to force us sane people to believe their delusion beliefs. Make believe crud. She said, let's see. Spiky Mike said they are so fun to troll. Let's see. There's another one out here we can read. Okay, here go Laura, who said they are so mental they can make crud up against you. Exactly. Now, here's the thing, though, and a shout out again to the infamous George who just called in. George, appreciate you calling in, sir, who always ends up saying, I only got a few things to say, but he ended up talking 13 minutes, running us into a commercial, George. Yeah, I can do that, y'all. I'm friends with the guy. I can call him out like that. Yeah, George said I only had 3 things to say. That's what you said, George, and that turned into 30 minutes. But again, shout out to George, man. Love that guy, y'all. So here's the thing, though. When I made a comment before we got off and I said, you guys will end up becoming a problem. Okay, let me set y'all up for some of y'all that didn't catch this. What I'm saying is this. If any of you, I said, if a black person, white people, or whatever other race you might be besides black, if you do something that a black person disagrees with and they try to call you racist, you know that you are not a racist. Therefore, don't sit there and play into the nonsense. Okay? If you are a man and you don't have no desire and want to be and have no type of sexual intercourse or nothing like that. If you like me where I tell people I don't even got estrogen in my blood. You know how they say some of us got it? Everybody, you know, they say men got more testosterone and they got less estrogen. I don't have none. That's how so far I am from that craziness. I'm just telling you, I don't dislike anybody that's like that. I have a lot of people that are like that, are friends of mine, subs are mine. I got family that are like that. Love them. But that is not me. So what I'm saying that for is ask Ty Smith what he thinks and what he feels should somebody say to me that I am a transphobe. I don't care what you think of me. I do not care. And that's what I'm gonna say. And you're transphobic, dude. Whatever, or whatever you want to call yourself. Whatever. I don't care. Call me what you want to. Say what you want to. I don't like that. I'm not about that. It's very unhealthy when you want to talk about it medicinally. It is. I don't care. If you are doing things in a exit zone, whether you are a man or a woman, there is going to be problems that are going to arise. Okay, we want to go there. We will go there. Okay, let's go there, ladies and gentlemen. If you have children that are listening to Ty Smith talk right now, you might want to have them go into another room. If they are watching me on YouTube right now, unless they're of age, you might want to have them go over, because somebody just sent me a text in and pretty much said you need to expound upon why you think that that is something that is definitely medicinally off. Let me tell you why. So here's the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, that lifestyle can definitely come with a ton of STDs. And I'm not just talking about people that are gay. I'm talking about people that are straight too. If you have multiple sex partners, a good chance you're going to run into an STD. But what we're going to focus on is that particular type of lifestyle. When you are talking about being a man and you sleeping with another man and y'all have intercourse, you are doing some type of sexual intercourse. You know what? Honestly, if we were to be real, if this was me and I had my own journal and I wrote my own book, I wouldn't even consider that to be even called sex at all. I know. To me, the way God designed you, the puzzles fit where they're supposed to fit. Okay? The puzzles fit where they're supposed to fit. If we want to take it to a natural standpoint, if it was meant for you to do something in y'all, I'm trying to keep it clean as I can. Okay? Keep it clean. No, you put it in the wrong area, it won't be. Anyway, y'all won't catch that. Anyway.
I caught it.
So what I'm saying is this. On a natural level, animals know where the puzzle pieces. They know where the puzzle pieces fit. They know where the puzzle pieces fit.
Just from a biological perspective, I mean, part of, if you want to keep the species alive, you need to reproduce, and two people of the same sex going at it, it's not gonna end up. There's no way you can do it.
No,
that will end with reproduction.
No. And if that's what I'm saying, so that's why I was trying to look. Miss, shout out to Unconventional. She said, "Come on, make it plain, Ty." Okay, she wants me to make it plain, so I'm gonna try to keep this PG as I can, ladies and gentlemen. A man's penis does not belong in a man's anus or a woman's anus. There it is. You heard it here first.
Those are only, because that's the thing, is like, at least heterosexuality, I mean, assuming you're practicing it correctly, has a biological necessity. Homosexuality or anal sex are both purely for some level of pleasure, and not in any way for any type of biological
nothing whatsoever
necessity.
And that's why I say, if we was to take this from a natural standpoint, ladies and gentlemen, if you were to able to get pregnant anally, then you would be getting pregnant anally, but that's not the way that God designed it.
You know, when I was a little kid, I used to think that's where babies, like, I was always checking the toilet after my mom went to the bathroom. I was like, oh, a little brother? No. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Or even, you know what, what's crazy too to me is that, y'all, I'm just telling you, I don't know how it is amongst a lot of white people, but I'm just saying, in the hood, in the ghetto, when we ask some of the different women around the hood, like, where do babies come from? They be like, oh, women, they come out of women's booty. They literally told us that. Yep. So we were all like, okay, well, when I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, well, I use the bathroom. I do the number 2. So how is it that women can push a big old baby out of there?
Well, if that's only for the black community, then you just must be a big piece of crap over there.
Exactly. But that's what they told us. So now, getting back to it, though, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you guys from a medical standpoint, it is not meant for anyone, and y'all can disagree with this. It can be arguable, but like Kev just said, you do it for pleasurable reasons. But it is not meant for a man's genital to go into somebody anally, whether it's a woman or a man. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. What takes place? Do y'all even know what takes place back there? I know it's nasty. Y'all say, man, hey, look, let's just be real. I want y'all to look at this. That's where poop comes out of. That's where doo-doo comes out of. That's where dookie comes out of. That's where excrement comes out of. That's where freaking, y'all know what comes, that's where bacteria comes out of. It's meant to come out of there. And you want to put your private area back there? Man, what is wrong with y'all? So you know what, when I was little, there was this person that we grew up around, I'm not going to say his name, in the hood, but he had multiple women. And somebody made a comment, one of the girls that he was playing, she made a comment, she said, you will stick your poop in anything. Y'all, she said, all y'all men, y'all don't care, y'all will stick y'all poop in anything. That's what she said. And I'm just saying, men, let me tell y'all something. Y'all may not believe this, y'all can disagree with this all you want to. Men, we are the sole reason why STDs are spread. You can argue this, but I'm telling you, this is me. Because they're not going to put this out in the medical journals because it's too much truth in it. They want to keep all of us sick so they can keep you coming to the hospital to see people like me and other doctors and other nurses, other nurse practitioners, therapists, PAs. They want you guys all coming to the hospital. That's why they don't want you to get the truth out. Men are the sole reasons why STDs spread. Why? Because men are the only ones that can penetrate. I'm just being real. Well, women can know. We're not talking about that. We're talking about organically, men are the ones that can penetrate and spread things, right? 2 women can't do that. All you're going to have is a bushfire going on. But the men, you guys are the ones, you guys are able to penetrate and you able to take that on and spread this around. Women can't penetrate each other. They don't have the proper tools down there to do it. But men, you do. You can penetrate women and you can penetrate men. Now, here's what I was talking about. And I know it's getting kind of crazy right now, folks, and y'all getting all, oh my God. But trust me, they're teaching it worse in school. When a man does anything with a woman or a man anally, first of all, you got a lot, let's keep it real. You got a lot of you got some friction going on back there. Your body was not designed back there to take friction. That's a whole different type of organ makeup back there. Your body in the backside was not meant to take friction. You have muscles back there that are made to push things out. You have a thing back there that you have an anal sphincter. You have muscles back there to push crap out. It's not made for accepting anything. It's not. Now, also, let me tell y'all something. It's something that takes place back there that happens as well. Do y'all know? See, people think that absorption takes place in the stomach. It doesn't. Your stomach produces hydrochloric acid. That hydrochloric acid will help break down your food and try to put it into the most soft or liquid form it can. As it passes through the duodenum, goes through the small intestine, large intestine, blah, blah, blah. My point is, absorption takes place in the intestines. It takes place in the intestines. And that's how something can be inserted in there and cause you to get a disease that will spread amongst your whole body. But I know they won't tell you all this because they don't want y'all to get the truth. We can hit on this next week possibly, but let me tell y'all something before I get out of here. The thing that we get pretty much killed by, especially amongst the black community, is something called AIDS. AIDS was once called GRIDS, GRIDS, and it stood for Gay-Related Immunodeficiency Syndrome. Gay-related immunodeficiency syndrome, which means you're either gay, but don't forget the related part, or you're doing gay-related type activities to get that. And it all going to come through people doing things anally because your anus was not meant to accept DNA, which is called sperm. But I know, folks. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate you guys all being here, rocking this out. Everybody that made comments, all the call-ins, love y'all, appreciate it. I hope and pray every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus. Appreciate you guys.